Hezu here. Welcome to Ramble Reviews, best suited for one-time watches, theater showings, or media I don't have a ton of access or time to dedicate to, but would still like to put in a word in. So some opinions may be based off inaccurate information and would need a second go. Disney's Wish is so bad. Yeah, everyone has already talked about this movie, but I was on vacation, so hush up. It's basically, this king is a sorcerer who grants wishes for his people in a kingdom melting pot of culture and settlers, except he's lazy and only grants one wish a month. The main character, Asha, gets mad about this. That's kind of it. That's the movie. The characters are flat, it's nothing but forced in references to other Disney movies, the plot is boring, the songs have all this bravado, it's not catchy. The setting is supposed to be in the Mediterranean, but all the animals are from the USA, implying they are all invasive species brought over from the settlers of other countries. Not to mention, the town design and people designs, which are supposed to be this, again, giant melting pot of culture, are so boring and bland. The comic relief characters aren't funny, the goat himself should be deleted. He is so annoying and useless. We already have one comic relief cutie character, we don't need two of them. And why does this movie favor some Disney movie references over the others? Asha is supposed to be based off the fairy godmother from Cinderella, but most of our side characters are based off Snow White. The Seven Dwarves, the Evil Queen, well, she was supposed to be evil, and the Magic Mirror. Is it just because Snow White was the first full-length animated Disney film? The queen is supposedly in love with Magnifico. She's the queen after all, but she is so flat. She has no personality. Her husband just falls to dark magic and gets trapped in a mirror, and she's like, oh, all well. Aren't you in love with him? Are you just a figurehead? Were you supposed to be his morality pet or something? There's nothing going on with her. We were gonna have an evil king and queen duo. Disney robbed us. Disney robbed us again. First Queen Elsa and now this. Frick you, Disney. Give us the hot villainesses, you cowards. Okay, anyway. Everyone already knows about the villain King Magnifico's song being trash.
All I really want is just a little respect. And this is the thanks I get. This is the thanks I get.
It's not a villain song and everyone knows it. People have torn into it enough. I don't need to give my 2 cents about it. But with the other songs too, there's so much vibrato. The notes run on so long. I'm not a music expert, so I'm gonna move on. Just know that every song in this film is forgettable and not worth adding to any playlists. Going back to villain Magnifico, the entire marketing campaign for this movie was about how he is a classic Disney villain. He's not. He's just a narcissistic, traumatized control freak king. But then he touches a dark book of magic. Now suddenly he's 100% evil and there's no going back for him. Even his wife implies that the book changed him, that the dark magic corrupted her husband beyond repair. The dark magic influenced his personality to make him darker, but he wasn't a legitimate true villain.
When I was young, I too suffered great loss. My entire family, our lands were destroyed by greedy thieves. You see, I founded this kingdom so there would be a place where everyone is safe. Everything I do is to make sure that never happens again. A king must be prepared to do anything to protect his kingdom.
Please, put that book down. If you want answers about the light, I suggest you look to your people.
Oh, my love. Excellent advice. Rosas is so lucky to have you, as am I. No one should ever have to see their dreams destroyed before their eyes.
Classic Disney villains have always manipulated and abused people without question. They aren't afraid to hurt and kill people. They relish other people's suffering. But that's not him. Like, interestingly enough, in the beginning, they made him sympathetic. Dude fled from his previous homeland ravaged by war and has been serving his own kingdom for years. In a way, he's basically doing customer service by himself, and, people can be demanding and needy, so, I'd go evil too if I were him, frankly. But Asha herself takes the opportunity to try and weasel in her grandfather's wish through her apprenticeship application like the rest of the people of Rosas. And the king is like, yep, here we go again, another person trying to take advantage of their privilege. And Magnifico made it so only he has magical powers to prevent a repeat of what happened in his homeland. Is he over-controlling? Yes. Is he an evil dictator? Not really. The king has a legitimate reason to not grant people's wishes, but the movie showed it in the dumbest, most unrelatable way possible. It makes his entire operation look stupid. And that's the thing that makes me the most angry out of this whole movie. The wishes. The entire concept is nonsense. Asha wants her grandfather's wish granted, and the king is like, no, I cannot possibly grant this wish. Look how horrible it is. And it's just an old man playing ukulele and singing to people. I can't grant this wish. He's inspiring people. Who knows what he's saying? This 100-year-old man could be creating a rebellion against me. Look how evil he is for not granting wishes because his judgment is slightly skewed. Look how evil he is for not returning the wishes because he's, I don't know, a control freak due to his trauma. It's so dumb. You know what else is dumb, though? The entire kingdom of Rosas. I want to be an exclusive tailor. I want to be a sailor. I want to sing to kids and inspire them. They can achieve those careers on their own. The king of Rosas is a sorcerer. We have 2 wishes that are actually physically impossible and magical. Are you telling me that no one wants to become a fire-breathing dragon at will? Have telekinesis? Be a strong bodybuilder who can lift buildings? Read minds? See the future? Own a giant chicken that gives golden eggs? Wish to be a fairy to change their size at will? Those are actual dangerous, unachievable wishes. Why on earth would you have a wish of wanting a career as a farmer when you could wish to have total control over plant life at will? The people of Rosas are so dumb! King Magnifico was onto something about wishes being dangerous. Why did Disney frame him like this? And the wishes themselves, like, people don't have the same wish forever. Someone in the crowd even asked, can we change our wish? What if you don't have a wish at 18? What if you have no idea who you want to be or what you want to do at that age? Are they even required to give it to the king when they turn 18? Or are they allowed to keep it? It's implied maybe they can even have more than one. They also straight up forget their wish when they give it up to the king, so if people have wishes to own businesses or make stuff, then like, how are people making things in Rosas? Is there no one owning a business that actually likes what they do in Rosas? Doesn't that just imply their inspiration or passion is thrown out the window? Wouldn't that make the quality of goods or services lower? Am I overthinking this? Probably. Here's one more thing to overthink about. According to King Magnifico in his debut song, he doesn't charge his people rent. Does he charge them taxes? Is this a society built on trade or capitalism? If you can live here for free, I'm telling you, there would be skyscrapers on this island. Not a humble little town with a nice backyard. This place would be looking like New York City. What is the world building in this frickin' movie? We don't really get context for this evil book of magic King Magnifico has either. We never find out where he's from or what actually happened in his homeland. I mean, I guess it wasn't that important, but still would have been kind of nice to see or hear about instead of one passing comment or two. I thought they were gonna pull a whole like twist where he was the one who destroyed his homeland, but no, it's just like legit that's what happened apparently. Asha also summons this little star guy. The star is like ultimate magic. He made animals sentient, he can make things fly, he can change the size of things like a giant chicken. But when people need his help the most, he can't open a frickin' roof. There's a scene at the end where they're trying to open the castle roof to release the wishes, and they need to climb to get up there. But he magics the books so that the people can be lifted from the ground, you know, with their feet stepping on the books like a hoverboard. I mean, why can't you just grant them the ability to fly? Or have super strength? You are pure magic! And when they jump down to release the wishes, they hit the ground in the most gentle way possible. That's not how physics work. Whatever. Can't the star grant people's wishes or powers at will? He sort of implies he left that power to Asha as the new fairy godmother, but she sucks at magic. She's the worst person to be handling it. The star is such a finicky plot device. He's useless when the plot really needs him to be, but he goes off and tosses his magic left and right when there's no rhyme or reason to, like sentient animals or dancing chickens. It's ridiculous. There's a scene where Peter Pan is like, I'm going to invent airplanes, and the star is right there. He has his wish returned to him. He wanted to fly, naturally fly, as in no machinery needed. We're gonna achieve our dreams without magic, when there's literally free magic now, right there. The star. And now Asha, who is a fairy godmother. Granted, she's a bad one who doesn't know what she's doing, but still, we are back to square one. All the magic is in one person's hands. She's less judgmental and frugal with her magic, but she's also super incompetent. I don't know if that's any better than Magnifico. This whole thing feels like a weird metaphor for real life in a magical setting. It doesn't make sense to me. You take Snow White, but redesign her enough so she's inspired by the original character, totally original, the Hedgehog do not steal. She's no longer a princess. Take away any and all magic from her life. She just has a normal job as a baker, and maybe she knows Rapunzel, who isn't actually the real Rapunzel and is also a totally normal girl with a painting business. Like, why did Disney think we'd like this? Do you? Do you guys like this? You know, the concept art of the film is definitely better than the final product. The star was supposed to be a boy. There was supposed to be a romance between him and Asha. The queen was supposed to be evil instead of this blank-faced nobody. I feel like it would have been a decent movie with the original concept. But what annoys me the most is that Disney thinks that this is an acceptable celebration of their 100-year anniversary. It's not. They're only really celebrating the last decade of quirky, flat characters, mostly 3D animation, and poor storytelling. It's no good. People have also been arguing about the animation of this film, 2D painted backgrounds, weird 3D shading, but you know what? I don't care. This movie's so boring. I simply can't bring myself to care about this issue. There's so many other problems with it. But you know, one of my friends said they heard a theory that this entire movie is secretly a jab at corporate monopoly Disney. How they won't let anyone else be magical, it's a monopoly. How they only choose 12 wishes a year to grant, high demand but limited internships. And how the wishes they choose to grant are useless to the kingdom because anything else more creative or inspiring is a threat. Regurgitated sequels, uninspired stories, boring formula. And how the ending is about defeating the villain, Disney, and moving on to try to achieve your dreams yourself. Form a union, start your own business, take back animated media. And viewing the movie through that lens is incredibly metaphorically genius and made the movie less terrible for me, intentional or not. But yeah, anyway, can confirm Wish is bad. I keep telling people Disney is so dumb. This is what people want for a Disney anniversary celebration. Crossover! Disney Cinematic Universe. This crossover they attempted in the movie is a joke. Yeah, remember Wreck-It Ralph 2? A really, really bad movie, the only redeeming feature being the forced-in Disney princess crossover? That's what people want. Modern Disney will probably do it badly, but I'm telling you, people have been wanting this for years. They did it with House of Mouse back in the 2000s. They can do it again. Anyway, 2 out of 10. Don't watch this movie. Thanks, patrons.